I brought this slide up last week and I think it's so good, I just want to reiterate it this week. This slide encapsulates the entire state of our reality in one slide. There is a satanic death cult that is actually running the world and is coming to devour people. It doesn't make a difference what walk of life you're from. It doesn't make a difference what color your skin is, what your cultural background or religion is, what your class is, how old you are, okay? None of that matters. All that matters is whether you're awake to it and you understand that this is a dark, occult, satanic death cult. That's what all politics is. That's what the mainstream media is. And most of all, connected with this current series that we're going through here in What on Earth is Happening, that is what the police are a part of. All police worldwide are low-level members, whether they know it or not. You don't have to know it consciously, but they are all low-level members of the satanic death cult that ultimately runs the world and is currently culling the world. We are in the middle of a satanic dysgenics culling. See, I don't even call it eugenics anymore. Okay? We shouldn't even refer to what's happening as eugenics. Eugenics from the Greek roots mean good genes or good breeding or good carrying down of genes to future generations. That isn't what's happening to humanity. We are undergoing a process of epidysgenics, meaning that the dysgenics or bad carrying down of genetic material to future generations that is happening is actually being done through mind control. That's called epidysgenics, going beyond classical methods of dysgenics through forced sterilization, through forced physical population reduction. No, they don't need to do it that way anymore, folks. They let the herd cull itself dysgenically. Okay? That's what epidysgenics means. We have to coin the term, okay? I called it epi-eugenics in my Unholy Feminine presentation. But if the truth is told, this satanic cult is exercising what I am now calling epidysgenics. We need to popularize the term, okay? And there's a tiny few people who are exposing this satanic epidysgenics death cult that is actively culling humanity. Tiny, tiny few people doing that work in any way that is actually very good. That they're actually doing that work in a really effective way. A tiny, tiny piss-in-a-pot handful of people worldwide, scattered to the four winds of the earth. Okay? And that's what that, dog represents. And then the rest of the world are lazy, ignorant, apathetic, cowardly sheep that are just couldn't care less about a damn thing except what's going on in their pathetic, miserable, selfish lives. That's all that they care about, because they're actually lower level members of that satanic death cult, if the truth be told. They're practicing what I call mini-me Satanism. Meaning they've been inculcated and indoctrinated into an even lower level variant of the religion that the big satanic death cult that is running the world operates according to. That's really what the rest of the world is. It's just a lower level, minion level status, way, way, way down on the hierarchy, on the totem pole, than the higher level satanic death cult. They have to give other people their mindset. And folks, I see it every single day on forums and social media. I just monitor it. I don't get too involved in the drama. I just look at it just to be an observer of where human thought, where human consciousness is at. And it's tragically pathetic. Tragically pathetic. My viewership, you're not doing your job. I'm sorry. I don't care how offended you get. You're failing miserably at your job. And guess what? You don't like me saying that? Turn the fucking show off. I couldn't care less. I'm speaking the truth. I don't care who it offends. I don't care if you're offended. I'm going to tell you when you're doing a good job. I'm going to tell you when you're failing pathetically. Regarding reaching the masses of people, you're pathetic failures at what I've been explaining you must be doing for over a decade now. It's a pathetic failure, the outreach that should be occurring as a result of what has been taught here on What on Earth is Happening. And you, my friends, that are watching out there are failing at it. And I'll keep reiterating that right to your face. I don't care about losing viewership. I could care less. I'm here to speak 100% hardcore truth, no matter who it offends, and I'm going to do that week in and week out. And I'm one of the only people that'll do that. So I don't give a shit about ratings. I don't care about money. All I care about is what's true, and all I care about is whether we're affecting the world for the better. And I'm telling you, you're not doing your job. You think you are, and you're failing miserably at it. Because you're not involved enough. And that's part of what the seminar is about, the How to Become the True Media seminar. You know? Because people don't know how to do this outreach. That's part of it. Even those who do, many of them stay silent because they're cowardly. They don't want to rock the boat. They don't want to draw attention to themselves. A lot of people out there saying that they're doing it. You're cowards in so many other ways in not using your real name. You're telling everybody that I'm afraid. It's pathetic. It's pathetic and cowardly not to use your real name. I don't care what you think about a real legal name. I could care less. You know, I could care less about that somebody named me at birth, Mark Passio. That is my actual legal name I was given at birth. Who gives a shit that it's legal? I couldn't care less. I don't acknowledge the state. But that is my birth name. Okay? And I put it out there for people. I don't care who's watching, listening. Anybody listening, all you could do is learn something from me. As long as you're not a hard-headed, totally rooted in the ego Satanist, which most people are in their minds. Okay? But I'm telling my hardcore viewership out there, you failed at doing your job to a large extent. Some people have done a great job. And some people have done such a great job, I'm going to be asking them to come on the One Great Work Network, which we are building out. It's actively going to be being developed. We have found developers to do this project, and it's going to happen. So get ready for it. The One Great Work Network is coming. I don't have any dates. I'm not going to project on that. It'll come when it's fully ready. But guess what? We have the people to put it in place now, finally. And I'm going to be, by personal invite, offering people who I do think have done a good job. Don't take what I've just said as a blanket statement, folks. Some people have done a great job. But, you know, it's a tiny, tiny few, comparatively, by ratio, of the total people who say that they know what's going on and say they're awake, compared to the people who are actively doing very good work. It's a tiny handful of people, less than a handful. Okay? So I just wanted to reiterate that slide and talk about that dynamic a little bit.